As the 18th Lok Sabha elections continue, the Election Commission of India has come under scrutiny for its perceived inaction regarding hate speeches delivered by leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party. Despite numerous instances of divisive rhetoric, the Election Commission of India's response has been criticized as insufficient. A detailed analysis of data from the website of Election Commission of India reveals that it has issued 60 notices on Model Code of Conduct violations since November 13, 2023, of which only 3 were sent to BJP leaders, while the other 13 were sent to the other parties. Data on previous notice prior to November 2023 is mysteriously missing from Election Commission of India's website, according to a Wire report. So, how many times has BJP violated the Model Code of Conduct, which the Election Commission of India did not acknowledge? First, let's start with Prime Minister Modi's communal speeches. In the past few days, we have seen Prime Minister Modi giving many speeches where he has directly targeted Muslims. Recently, Prime Minister Modi openly said that while voting, we have to decide whether we want Ram Rajya or vote jihad. He said that Congress has asked Muslims to vote jihad. In another instance, Prime Minister Modi has publicly called Muslims as infiltrators and the ones with the many children. He also lied that the Congress will take away the gold and give it to all Muslims equally.
आपके पास चांदी कितनी है, सोना कितना है, आपकी संपत्ति छीनकर कांग्रेस अपनी वोट बैंक में जिन्होंने वोट जिहाद की घोषणा की है, उनको देने का उन्होंने प्लान बनाया हुआ है।
On 23rd April 2024, Yogi Adityanath in Amroha, UP, repeated Prime Minister Modi's communal talk and falsely claimed that the Congress intends on implementing Sharia law. On April 26, 2024, at Guna of Madhya Pradesh, Home Minister Amit Shah used similar words for targeting the Muslim community. The official account of Karnataka BJP has also posted a video showing that Congress is giving away the reservation of SC/STs, OBC to Muslims. While campaigning for BJP in Uttar Pradesh, Prime Minister Modi targeted sitting MP and Congress candidate Danish Ali, accusing him of having objections in chanting Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Furthermore, according to FIR filed by election officials in Karnataka, Raghavendra, who is the sitting MP from Shivamogga, visited the Bhuvi Gurpreet in Chitradurga on Saturday and campaigned for the BJP, misusing the religious place for political purposes. He made a speech saying that upcoming Lok Sabha election would be a Dharma Yuddha, that means religious war, between pro-nationals and anti-nationals. Model Code of Conduct prohibits any appeal for votes based on religion, caste or other communal grounds, which extend to the use of worshipping places such as temples, mosques, churches or gurudwaras for election campaigning. Yet no appropriate action is taken by Election Commission of India members. Bollywood actor and BJP candidate from Himachal Pradesh Mandi Lok Sabha seat, Kangana, on Sunday asked when Pakistan was created in 1947 based on religion, then why India was not declared a Hindu Rashtra, which means a country for Hindus. On March 17, 2024, Tathagata Roy, BJP member and former governor of Meghalaya, had taken to social media platform X to urge the Home Ministry to check the genitalia of male candidates seeking citizenship under Citizenship Amendment Act to confirm their religious background. Prime Minister Modi, addressing a rally in Karnataka's Belgaum, claimed that the Congress sided with Aurangzeb parties, the man who killed the cows and broke temples. And in his speech in Telangana, he said that the opposition party Congress is snatching away the rights of marginalized section by bringing quota for Muslims. The above-mentioned instances clearly depict these speakers have flagrantly violated the Model Code of Conduct. The Model Code of Conduct clearly states that no party or a candidate can say things that will lead to religious tensions and communal divide. And BJP candidates' speeches directly divide the voters into Hindu and Muslim, and yet the Election Commission of India has been silent. Provisions in the Model Code of Conduct are crucial for upholding the secular and democratic values of India's electoral process, ensuring that elections are conducted in a fair, free and unbiased manner. Let's look at the Election Commission of India in detail. Article 324 of the Constitution is a provision that vests superintendences, direction and control of elections in an election commission. It basically lays out functions, responsibilities and more, giving the Election Commission of India control of the entire process for conduct of elections. From its inception in 1950 until 1989, the Election Commission was a one-member body of just Chief Election Commissioner. Later, 2 more election commissioners were appointed by the president in order to cope with the increased work due to voting age being changed from 21 to 18 years. This was later eliminated in January 1990, reverting to the previous status, and again the Election Commission has functioned as a multi-member body consisting of 3 commissioners since October 1993. As per the provisions, the members of commission will be appointed by the president from the list of names recommended by the selection committee. The selection commission until last year was headed by the Prime Minister, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha and the Chief Justice of India. In August 2023, however, a new amendment was proposed by the government, Election Commissioners, Appointment Condition of Service and Term of Office Act 2023. This was passed by the Rajya Sabha in December last year despite a walkout staged by the opposition. Here the act also includes the provision that removes the CJI and submitted it to Union Minister nominated by Prime Minister for the Selection Commission. The opposition in a statement had said, and I quote, "The urgency underlying this appeal arises from the reports that one of the incumbents of the office of the Commission, Shri Anup Chandra Pandey, will retire in February 2024, and if the bill gets enacted in its existing form, the process of appointment of his successor will become completely non-transparent, making it possible for the NDA government to have a candidate exclusively of its choice appointed a few months before the dates on which elections to the parliament and several states are scheduled to be held." Note that in a case of difference of opinion among the Chief Election Commissioner and or 2 other election commissioners, the matter is decided by the Commission by a majority, and the recommendation of this committee would remain valid even in the absence of a full committee. The general public's confidence in Election Commission of India is eroded by claims that EVMs are broken, vulnerable to hacking, and incapable of recording votes. For in the end, the future of India's democracy rests upon our collective ability to demand accountability and uphold the ideals that made India mother of democracy for the world.